Kia ora my lovely Lickkits, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Letitia Lickkit ASMR, and this is story time! Yay! So tonight's story, like always, is going to be made up on the spot. But I haven't forgotten, I've got a pillow, a lovely cozy blanket, and a vintage book prop for us to enjoy today. You ready to get tucked in? Okay. Make yourself comfy. To help with your getting comfy, I've got this blanket. I've got a new one. So cozy. Yeah? Tuck you in, tuck you in, tuck you in. Yay. And I've also got your favourite pillow. Right there. Make sure it's all gold for you. Lovely. And tonight's stand-in book is none other than Mrs. Beeton's Everyday Cookery. Alright, are you nice and cozy? Good, let's settle in. Tonight's story is called The Fish Bride. Once upon a time, there lived a little fish in the Pacific Ocean. This little fish had gorgeous blue scales and swam all about the ocean. Little Fish was the fastest fish in the Pacific Ocean. And on the Sunday coming up was a big competition. Little Fish was entering this swimming competition. Now, this swimming competition was not any swimming competition. It was the swimming competition of the 7 seas. Every fish from around the ocean who was the most fastest fish in their specific ocean would come together on this Sunday for the one comp of the year. The 7 seas swim. The 7 seas swim off. So Little Fish was getting ready. It was Saturday night, and Little Fish was eating lots of algae to prepare for the swim the next day. Now, there was a special prize for the winner of the 7 Oceans swim-off. That prize was a golden ring. Wow, beautiful. Fish was very excited about the prize because in their family there had been one other 7 seas swim-off winner before. And Little Fish was very excited about honouring their grandchild, honouring their grandfather in this competition. So, Little Fish went to sleep that night. Slept all of a dither. At night, Little Fish had a dream, and in their dream, there was this golden ring floating through the ocean until it fell to the floor and cracked. That frightened Little Fish. But there was also other things. There were other fish. There was a little school of fish swimming through their dreams, and they were really slow. That scared Little Fish. There was one other thing in Little Fish's dream. There was a little light that fell from the sky and landed on top of the water that intrigued Little Fish. But then, poof, the dream faded away, and Little Fish woke with a fright because the alarm was ringing, and Little Fish totally forgot their dream, and away they went. They got ready, they brushed their teeth, had a lovely meal, and then raced on down to the start line. Little Fish had their supporters with them. Little Fish had their favourite friend, Kingfish, Snapper, and Terakihi were all there supporting Little Fish. At the start line, Little Fish was doing the little energy prep, stretching their fins out, making sure they were all supple for the race. Then, on the count of 3, the race began. 3, 2, 1. A bubble gun burst, and then Little Fish set off. There were 8 fish in this race, 1 from each of the 7 seas, and then 1 bonus. They swam off. Little Fish was nailing it, swimming as fast as their little fins could go. Swim. Faster and faster and faster and faster. Swim. Now, there were 3 obstacles in this famous race. 1, they had to get all the way to the edge of the coral reef and then make a dart across a small ravine onto the next coral reef. So Little Fish was coming up to that, swim. Got to the first ravine, started over, and a massive current swept him to the side. But he picked himself up and kept going. There was someone else just on his tail. Swim. Got into the next coral reef. Fantastic. The ocean calmed down a bit and off they went. But then turned the corner and Fish came across a shoal of clownfish. There were so many clownfish. Got stuck and couldn't see the way. Wasn't able to see the beacons of where the track was. Got waylaid, popped out. And Little Fish couldn't see the race. Where was the finish line? Where was the next obstacle? Where were all the competitors? Little Fish was a bit lost. But then, out of the corner of Fish's eye, a little light fell into view. And it beckoned Little Fish. Little Fish followed it as fast, and then the little light kept moving faster and faster and faster, and Little Fish went as fast as they could, hoping with all their might it was going in the right direction. Swim. Little Fish was swimming so fast they could barely see where they were going, but the light was guiding them. And then all of a sudden, whoa, the crowd went wild, and Little Fish looked around and had passed the finish line. Oh my goodness, Little Fish was so surprised, but didn't know if they were first, second, third, or even 8th. But that was fine. Little Fish had found their way back, and they were very pleased with themselves. They'd got over the finish line, so it was at least the race done. But now they had to wait to see where they got. There was a little buzzer as the last one, as the race finished, and then Little Fish came up to where the announcements were happening. Their 3 friends came to hover around them, said, "Little Fish, you did so well, Then, master of the colony, master of the coral reef, Pufferfish, came up to the microphone, cleared their voice, and then boomed into the microphone. And the winner of the 7 Seas Swim-Off 2024 is... Oh, the fish hummed with excitement. Yellowfin tuna. Oh, Little Fish was gutted. But then Puffer said, and in second place is snapper from the Indian Ocean. Oh, no, not again. And in third place is, pufferfish boomed, little fish from Pacific Ocean. Little fish was so excited they swam up to the podium. And they were just beaming. And then in swam a little angelfish and hung over their head half a ring. They were shocked. This looks just like the ring from my dream. And fish beamed. And then in that moment, little fish, all their scales turned to gold. And for the rest of their life, they were known as the golden fish of the Pacific. And that's the end of our story. Good night.